All right, what's up, everybody? It's time for a 10-minute MTG 420 MTG 420 video, everybody. So here we are today, hanging out. We're having a great time today. It's Boxing Day, and we're gonna be getting our stuff together, play some Commander today. And so while I'm getting ready to play Commander, I'm gonna show you all some recent cards that I got. I saw that Warhammer 40k set, and there's some pretty cool cards in there. And there's one card I really wanted, and none of the stores around me had the cards singles because they sold out of the commanders. They're really popular right now, so I had to go online of all flipping places. Went to TCG Player, and the cards took a month to get here. I don't know. I ordered it around Black Friday. That's probably the reason why. So here's the card in question. It's actually in the middle now. Oh, I put it. I put it in my deck. Whoops. All right, everybody. So here's the deck that I put it in. Here's my new deck, everybody. Spoilers. Tovlar, Dire Overlord. 1 red green. This legendary creature, human werewolf, has whenever a wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more wolves and or werewolves, it becomes night. Then transform any number of human werewolves you control. So this has its own werewolf flip on your upkeep. Even if the player before you played 2 spells, it overrides it. I guess it turns it to day, then immediately turns it to night again. And this flips into a werewolf called Tovolar, the Midnight Scourge. Legendary creature, werewolf. This 4/4 creature says, whenever a wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. And it has X, red green. Target wolf or werewolf you control gets plus X plus 0 and gains trample on a turn. That's right. It has Kessig Wolfrun built into it. How dope is that? So, let's look at the one card. So actually I was going to put this in Zakama, but I thought, I'm going to play this deck first. So, I'm going to put it in here first. Shadow in the Warp. What the heck just happened? Oh my goodness. Oh, we got some meme videos happening in the background. Let me check this one out. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Oh! I guess he was trying to light it or it was out, but he just inhaled a cigarette. Yeah, I was holding it like 2 fingers like that and then let go and then it went, inhaled it. Maybe it's fake. Alright, so Shadow in the Warp, you probably all read it by now, but it's a 3 mana enchantment, 1 red green, and it says the first creature spell you cast each turn costs 2 less to cast. So now you can see I want it in Zakama, my 9 cost commander. Whenever an opponent casts their first non-creature spell each turn, Shadow in the Warp deals 2 damage to that player. So each turn this resets. So if one of your opponents wants to cast a spell each turn, or the 4 turns, then it's adding up to like each time it comes around. So it really makes them want to do all their spells on 1 turn. And if it goes back to your turn and they want to do something to you, it's going to hurt them. Or if they want to do something to someone else or want to do something at the end of your end step, it really works in a lot of ways. It triggers on a lot of things. I'm playing lots of wolves in this. So I figured the first one each turn costs less. That's fantastic. So should have bought more of these. I really should have bought more because when I bought this online, I added a bunch of other stuff to my cart. Give me a nice little stack like this. And yes, I did buy the Surge foils, and yes, they do come as a stack of Pringles for you. So I feel bad for anybody out there that bought the foil commanders and just got a stack of Pringles. All right, so let's go through these cards that I bought. Here we go. Shadow the Void Dragon. This 4 black creature, Satan, is a flying creature with 7/7. And I'm going to put this in some of my reanimate decks. It has Spear of the Void Dragon. Whenever Shadow the Void Dragon attacks, each opponent sacrifices a non-land permanent. Cool. Whenever an artifact is put into a graveyard from the battlefield or is put into exile from the battlefield, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Shadow the Void Dragon. I believe that counts treasures. Whenever it happens anywhere. So even the ones you control. So that gets pretty big. I don't know. Maybe we'll sort them by color right now. Dong. Defile. I'm going to make a mono black deck, not going to lie. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn for each swamp you control. And yes, that is the Surge foil. Got like little lightning strikes going across it. See that? And then, of course, there's videos you can look up on how to get rid of that. Chaos Mutation. 3 blue, red. Instant. Exile any number of target creatures controlled by different players. For each creature exiled this way, its controller reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a creature card, puts the card onto the battlefield, then puts the rest on the bottom of their library in random order. Any number of creatures. So it's like almost a board wipe, but then you got to replace all those creatures one for one. That's going to go over here. I guess this can go over here. You can just feel it. You can just see this card is like off the table. Look at that. Like, this is a flat table, right? Right? It's like those frogs. You like flick the frog and it goes over there. Alrighty. Chromatic Lantern. Lands you control have tap, add 1 of any color. 3 cost. There's a class for commander. I have a few. I needed 1 more. And the art on it is really cool. Let me get that out of the sleeve there so you can see the foiling. You see that? Oh yeah. That's a surge foil. It's like not fully foiled, but it's got like lightning strikes of foil going across it. Look, you can see it way better there. Oh yeah. There you go. Down the right. Light rays. Alright, and I got a bunch of lands because I like lands, and lands are good to have when you're building multiple color decks. And they were dirt cheap. Like, these are cheaper than the non-foil of non-commander ones. So Cinder Glade enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands. And obviously there's only 2 turns in the game, 3 turns in the game where you don't do that. Control 2 more basic lands. And this would be good for Zacama because I'm always tutoring out basic lands. So it's going to come in on tap later in the game. We got Fell the Mighty. Destroy all creatures with power greater than target creature's power. You just pick a creature. Maybe you pick a creature you want to keep. Maybe your opponent has lots of really tough stuff that you want to get rid of that's in your way. You know, you can really customize exactly what this board wipe's going to do. I thought I'd try it out. It's pretty cool. It's going to go over here for some reason. And of course, we got forests. Forest, 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 forest. Like that art. Who's that by? L. Tyrannid. Oh, this is right here. There we go. Wow, it looks cool. And of course, these are like 10 cents each. So I picked up the foil ones because they're cool to have. And you can flatten them out. And there you go. I love having basic lands. And so here we go. Here's the islands. L. Tyrannid did the art for this one as well. Pretty neat. Boom, boom, boom. Nice islands and forests. And here we go. Here's the mountains. And of course, these are always nice to have. You're building multiple decks, and you want to add a little bit of bling in there. This art I thought was pretty cool. Look at that. Really nice. Got a few of those. Really should have bought more. Should have gotten like a fat stack of basic lands. But, you know, there's only so many basic lands you can put. Look how shiny that is. Look at that in the corner there. Plague Drone. If an opponent would gain life, that player loses that much life instead. Some anti-life gain. This is just a nice little flying demon. You know, sometimes you have demon tribal. And look at that cool art. Wow, how do you drive through the whole house? Holy smokes. Wow, they went in through the garage and out the back. You drive through the whole house. Well, you might as well like get the car out. You already got your momentum. If you stop halfway in the house, how do you get out of the house? Planes. I only got 1 planes for some reason. I think they only had 1. These were like less in stock, but I actually kind of prefer this art of all the other ones I've seen so far. Nice little battle tank there. Good stuff. Prairie Stream. Prairie Stream enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 more basic lands. Again, if you're looking for your basic lands, then this comes out untapped later in the game most of the time. And that's when it's most annoying. The card comes out tapped is later in the game, in my opinion. Well, not so late that you have too many lands, but like when you're trying to get like that 6th mana, you don't want it to come in tapped. When you're trying to look for that 9th mana for Zacama, now that this would go in Zacama, that's not when you want it to come in tapped. And obviously I bought a few Prairie Streams. Resurrection Orb. For 2 mana, this artifact equipment is equipped creature has lifelink. Whenever equipped creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Now, unfortunately, this is equipped 4, but if you're already running equipment and you're very equipment focused, then you're having equipment is free. So I bought 2 of those. So nice, something nice to have in my collection, something to play around with. Cool art, exclusive set. Resurrection Orb. I'll put my artifacts over here. Alright, so here we have Sunken Hollow. Enters battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands. Again, these late lands, I think they're really good. And especially in some of these 2-color decks, so I have lots of basic lands that I'm tutoring out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For some reason, I got 7 of those. So if you're looking for Sunken Hollows, hit me up. Oh, and these ones also say Island Swamp, so you can search them out with fetch lands. Wow, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these. I think this one, the other ones, like were low in stock. Like I think the Cinderglade, I got the last one. Was this one no one wanted, so they're mine now. Swamp. This is a really cool art. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got 6 swamps. Look at that. Warhammer 40k. You got the Legends Beyond, or the Beyond. Universes Beyond. Beyond. And here we are. Outer End is the last card I got. Exile target non-land permanent for instant, 2 white black. That's pretty cool. I like this card. I like the art. It's from a cool set. So I figured I'd pick up 2, and they're probably like 50 cents. Everything I got here was like 50 cents or less. I really was picking all the dirt cheap stuff in this set, and really only spent the most money on this. But what I should have got was some Sol Rings. They have those cool Sol Rings in this set, which I should have picked up more of. But you know what? Every deck needs a Sol Ring. That's why. So get a Sol Ring in your deck today, folks. Even if you think it's cheap, it gets you going, gets you started in the game, and gets you ahead of your opponents for 1 mana. Crazy good card. Anyway, everybody, go out there, brew some Commanders. Next year, I'm calling it now, next year is a year of Half Commander. All more Half Commander games, Uncommon Commander. If you haven't seen it yet, go check out some. I think I put out a video about Half Commander. If I haven't yet, I'm going to go make some more videos about Half Commander. All right, everybody, have a great time. Enjoy your holiday season, and go back to work already.